Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now you're out here for the back nine at Niguel Country Club. This place is a treat out here just next to the ocean, and it's breezy. It's really breezy this afternoon. The wind's gonna play a big factor. Hey, if you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. Love to have you back here week after week. We'll see you out there on number 10. Here we go.
After a very rough start to the front nine, I was looking to turn it around here, so we crossed the street, headed next to the driving range, and found ourselves on possibly the longest par 4 on the golf course. Touching on 500 yards, this par 4 10th hole is all you want in a golf hole. It almost looks like the driving range off the tee, and then it's going to start to narrow up as we get to the green. If you can't get there in two, pick your layup precisely way over to the left-hand side, which is going to bring those greenside bunkers into play. Anyone going for this green in two, though, is going to be dealing with that water hazard. Now, this first drive, I just aired off to the left-hand side and let it go. Spun on me a little bit much and over in the trees on the right.
All right, so 175 club here, gonna go 180 to 85 to this flag. Just a cut. Use the wind to your advantage here. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Be right distance. Be the right distance. Stay up on the green. Stay on the green. No. It's okay though. I'll take it. Alrighty, up the hill, up the hill. Gotta hit it up that hill. Good Lord, that was a slow putt. That's the slowest putt I've seen all day.
These greens are very severe, especially on their edges. That 10th hole was a treacherous one. Now the 11th here is another par 4, heading slightly down the hill, down into some of the lowest part of the property that we're going to see. That's a fairway bunker right in the middle of the fairway. Aim right over the middle of it. That should be a great target for you. Thread this second bunker with the tree on the right, and you'll have yourself a short look into this green. And today I have a front hole location which is going to bring the false front into play.
I got 75 yards. Should be an ideal situation right here. This is go time. 3/4 lob wedge. Be enough. Oh goodness, that came out soft. Darn it. Oh man, that came out so soft. All right, this is a perfect lie in Bermuda. I can't really complain. Little open face spinner here. Well, that's how you call your shot.
Nothing better than a little kick in with the wedge for par. Oh man, the Bermuda around these greens was perfectly fluffy. Sometimes that stuff can get really tight and nasty, or long and unpredictable. But today it was just perfect. The par 5 12th here, way up the hill, all the way towards the green, around the bunker on the left, and we're just going to keep on climbing right through that natural barranca. You're going to see more bunkers here on the right and left, protecting everyone's layup shot into the green. And then once you get up there, you're finally on top of the plateau. You face a tiny little green protected by bunkers that look to be bigger than the putting surface itself.
Okay, cut off that bunker. Or I'll just pull it right over the corner. Well, only 230 yards to the green, but no shot at all. So wedge, and let's go make a birdie. That's wedge number 1. Perfect. Flag. I like 75 yards. I always have. Oh, hit it, dude. Come on. Oh! All right. right, so we nearly got it to the green here, but not quite. Another little low spinner should be great. Landed one hop short of the green. How's that? It's kicking.
After botching a 75-yard wedge 2 holes in a row, it was very relieving to get both of the balls up and down on those back-to-back holes. Now the par 4 14th here, the 13th, is heading straight up the hill again. Now the consequence of heading up the hill, we got some holes coming up that are going to be heading straight down the hill. Those are going to be a little bit of fun, but this 13th is a tough one. A narrow par 4 that you're going to have to thread the needle here between the bunkers. I don't think I have enough to clear them all the way there. And then you're going to find yourself another tiny little green fully protected by that giant-faced bunker there. With the back flag, there is a little shelf behind this green that you can play with.
Little toey.
Now, this ball went left, but if you've ever heard of something called a member's bounce,
around the tree.
That's what I got. Straight off the tree and back down into the middle of the fairway.
Bite. Please bite for me. Please bite for me. Oh, that was sexy. That was cool. Little 5-footer here. Just a cup, not too much. Bingo.
Finally get that first birdie of the day there on lucky hole number 13, and we can cross the threshold here on 14. A beautiful par 3 sitting down in the valley, protected well by a bunker left and a deep swale right and long.
162 yards adjusted with the hill. I'm going to play us 170 with the wind, maybe even 75. There's a lot of wind up there. Nothing special, just a fully iron. Stay there. Stay there on the edge of the green for me. No man's land, darn it. That is going to be a tough up and down. A tough shot. Oof.
Able to get a little bit of spin on it from down in that tricky lie. 6 feet above the hole was not ideal, but I was able to see that ball roll out past the hole, which gave me the line for that tricky putt coming back down. Now the toughest hole on the entire back 9 is this 15th hole, the par 4. Heading down the hill for the first time and probably back into the ocean breeze. This drive is very, very difficult. 3 bunkers down the left and a river ravine down the right, which will serve as a penalty hazard. Pick your shot appropriately with your drive. You gotta get that line good. But you see, there's plenty of green grass down there. It is very wide, but if you miss, it's going to be penalized heavy. Into the green, it's a rather simple approach. Really, the difficulty here is in the drive and the distance.
Like that.
Now, on shots like that, I try to aim at the tips of the trees and just see the ball working right off of it.
155 yards here, but man, this is straight back into the breeze. So I'm just going to choke down on a 7-iron here. It's solid. Just like that. Okay, for 2 feet. This is all feel and speed. How did that not get there? Unbelievable.
Ultimately tough to give that stroke back. That was a really tricky 2-putt that had a lot more break than I anticipated. Now the 16th hole here, the last par 5 of the day. We got a nice variety finishing it up. 5-3-4 to close it out. The par 5 here is down the hill. It should be considered the easiest par 5 on the day. considering its length and considering it is all the way down the slope, all the way towards the green. If you can avoid those snaking traps on the right and the left, it will clear up into the green, giving you a grand shot over the Barranca and up to this floating green up above all of those bunkers, and this is probably the deepest bunker on the entire golf course. A good 4 to 5 foot deep on the right hand side there, nowhere you want to be. Short left is no joke either, with that deep green swale down there. Now, after hitting a couple good drives in a row, I lost this one dead to the right.
That tree in the way, 255 yards to the green. Not going to happen. So pitching wedge, probably a sand wedge into the green. Pitching wedge, that should be perfect. 130 probably. So I got my 135 gap wedge. We're just going to get it up there in the air. I think if I take a little bit off this gap wedge, it'll be perfect. It's okay. It's pin high. It's a little right. Not mad. We got a birdie putt. Sure, why not? I'll take the pin out. Make more room for the ball to go in. This one might go in. Might go in, might go in. Oh, it's got to get there.
Able to get that stroke back on the par 5, but it's all right. We stay at even par for the back 9. And we can head into the last par 3. Now, from the tips, you can't see any of that water hazard on the right. It makes this par 3 quite appealing, as it just sits over 200 yards to a green, protected right and left by those bunkers, but short left is not bad at all.
205, this should be a perfect 6-iron. Just try and turn it over on the wind. Right there. I like it, but I think it spun off the green. I like it. That's pin high. Now this one's just going to drift right, and it's uphill all the way, so I can hit this. Dang it. Dang it. Oh.
After almost converting both those birdie putts on the last 2, I was really feeling it. Heading into the last hole, I wanted to shoot under par here on the back 9 and make it happen. A little bit shorter par 4 than we've seen on the back 9, but at 425 yards, it's still got plenty of length, and this par 4 is uniquely narrow. So narrow, like a bowling alley down there. That fairway bunker takes up nearly half of the fairway. You're going to have to thread the needle. It opens up a little bit into the green. It's a little bit of a perched green surrounded by some supporting hillside there. If you miss long, there's nowhere you can go. Now a little tug off the tee, it went straight into that bank of trees and knocked down underneath.
I just need to take a little bit off of the sand wedge here, just a little bit. Oh man, just a yard short, darn it. Well, this putt has more break on it than I have seen all day long. Way up on the hill. Oh, give it to me. 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 Oh, no. Oh, man. Well, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Later.
Nice.
Oh, man. Thanks so much.
Fun.
Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Have you out here.